Don't stop and smell the roses along the way. Don't stop and smell the roses. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome, welcome. I am so excited. I have a lot to do today. And before I start, I just want to say a little prayer real quick. Heavenly Father, I thank you for allowing me to come here today and to be able to bring a message that I know is only coming from you so I can help all those that didn't realize that they could. Someone said no. As long as you could say, I can. Yes, I can. Like that little red engine. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. So how is everyone? I am so excited. I'm just moving, getting that blood going. I received good news yesterday that I could take my boot off that I was supposed to be wearing 24/7, but you all saw me working out when I did. It wasn't me. It was a slight stress fracture, and she gave me a cortisone shot. And the only reason I trusted her is because she's a runner. But guess what, guys? She was there and she's like, I detect that you are being very hostile with me. And I'm like, I probably am, and I am so sorry. I apologize for it. I said, it's just, I am so totally done with the system. And me wanted to know what's going on. I said, and you're the only one that helped me. I don't understand it. Where is the passion? Well, I'm not getting no love from you. You're not getting my money. I'm sorry. Those days are over. I'm dancing. I'm working out. Like I told you, I do have seasonal depression, so I pick myself up. I don't need nobody's pill. When you know you have something, prepare for it. Yeah, I might have my little down spurts, but guess what? I have more up. And I'm very excited because I get to see my old boss today. My Cindy Lou from Broadway, from the YMCA. She detoured their cross-country trip all the way to here in Texas to see me. I am so happy. Of course, I had to cancel something that I had on my schedule today. I didn't mind at all because I knew she was on her way. And I was happy. But sometimes I may double book or triple book. Did you know where it's coming from? To keep from laying in that bed, being depressed, not moving. And if you don't move, what do you think happens? So if you don't use it, you will definitely lose it. And I have no intentions of doing that, no time soon. So I could work my way back up in training, but I'm pretty sure I will not be doing International Weekend 2024 because that's not enough training time. Because believe it or not, I did take doctor's advice and did my best to stay off it and didn't run. But I'm better. I've been given the okay. But she said, take it easy, take it slow. And that's what I'm going to do. And then when I leave from here, I go to meet Cindy Lou. And it's probably only going to be for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. But that's my best friend. I learned a lot of life skills, especially in the financial world with her. See, Cindy is Chinese. And when she hired me, she says, I know you're overqualified. And I'm like, yeah, I said, but I just want a no-brainer job, something I don't have to think about to do. Well, I left out the part that Tina pushed me out of the car in front of the YMCA and said, Mommy, go in there and fill out an application. And that was maybe like 2 months after my last husband died, because he died on Christmas Eve. So I'm realizing a lot of what I was going through from Tina and her journey with my grandson. But I always just didn't think about it. Don't think about it. It's back there. And I'm pretty sure some of you had said, okay, I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. See, this is working out too. And that's what I would do. Or one day I'm going to, one day. But guess what? My one days are here. And I need to do the things that were on my one day list. Because I remember, I always say that I wanted my hair to be like grandma's. Now, my grandmother, see in Bermuda, your grandmother is actually your great grandmother. Your actual grandmother, you called Nana. So, grandma had pretty long hair, like mine, and I remember I was brushing it, and she got annoyed with me and said, what are you going to do, pet my head? Brush it. And I realized what she meant, because Lisa was brushing mine one day, and it's just feel like you go, boom, just a pat. But that happened. And as I think back, it's like, there's certain things in my life that I said I would like to have, and I had them. And it's only from one person. And he's up there, you know, the person that I've been angry with and confused. Because I thought, or was taught things one way and beliefs, and then to become an adult and find out, well, that's not quite so. And I guess I was just a stickler for perfect people. And I realized there was no perfect person of God. They've all made mistakes, and some do now. And God will make me wise enough to know who are the good ones. So, you know, it's certain people I trust, certain people I don't. But I'm realizing these things, you know, all in my seasonal depression. I'm pretty sure there's somebody else out there. You just don't know what it is. And you know how I realized this? That was in full motion last week. Natalie, my youngest, because I usually drop her off at work. We leave the house 4:30 in the morning. And 3 days in a row, we nitpicked about the slightest little thing. And before she got out of the car on the third day, she's like, I don't know what is wrong with you the past 3 days, but you need to check yourself. because I'm not doing nothing to you. And I thought about it and I'm like, something's going on with me. And then that's when I realized I was still running, trying to, not supposed to use trying, attempting to get into something that I shouldn't be. But it was to fill my schedule and bring me back to me. Probably don't understand it unless you're there. But I'm happy. Look at my arm. I went to PT yesterday and she was very pleased. She actually asked me, when was the last time I saw the orthopedic surgeon, orthopedic doctor? And I said, January, when I went to him for him to tell me the results of my MRI, and he sent me to a neurologist. I said, and when I asked, when do I have an appointment with him, they told me I don't. So I dealt with my neurologist, which is very handsome. He's married, but he's very nice. He calls me one of his favorite patients. I'm sure he tells it to other people, but I don't really care. As long as I feel it when he's around me, that's all that counts. And he said, he told his wife that morning before he left, he said, I get to see my favorite patient today. And I went to see him because he wanted to see me just before I left to go home to Bermuda to do my half marathon. And he checked me out and he said, you are fine. He said, I just want to congratulate you and just go. Now, this doctor, he's also a runner, but he could have went one or two ways. He showed me on the x-ray that I had a slight little problem. And he asked me if it ever bothered me there. And I'm like, oh, once in a blue moon, I think maybe if I sleep wrong or something. Gave me tests, knock. And I passed him. It's like, I don't see any reason for doing any surgery. He said, because if I do, it will definitely change the quality of your life. He said, I would have to put screws up here in your neck. And when he said that, I don't even like a needle. I'm like, thank you. That's why I say you have to take your own life back. How is your life going to be once you get a surgery? Because just like with my foot, my doctor, she said, I wish they would have took more this way, but they were concentrating on let me lose my emotional intelligence, on a bunion. And I told her, that's a history in my family. I'm sorry. And I'm owning up to it. We have a bunion on our left foot. Some of us are lucky. I wasn't. And I'm used to it. But we've had people in the family that have had it surgically removed and had no problems. And others that said they have even worse pain or whatever. I don't get no pain, maybe once in a blue moon. So I make the choice for me. We have that choice. Your body tells you when it wants something out of it. Now, I've had my gallbladder removed, which was my fault, because I knew at the age of 18, it was a sluggish gallbladder that worked very slow. And I had a special diet, which I used most of my life before I got it out. Baked, boil, or broil. That was it, my diet. And then I got tired of that and I ate some pizza. And then I think I ate some fried chicken and some fried fish. And within A month I was in the hospital, emergency surgery, getting my gallbladder out. But I caused that myself because I knew I wasn't supposed to do those things, but life got in the way and I wanted to go with the crowd, and I did. That's why I say we have to thank our bodies every day when we get up for allowing us to, because they've been abused so much. Some of us have abused our bodies just by getting up early to go to work, or standing out in the rain, in the cold, in the snow, waiting for a bus to go to work. And then you get on the bus and you're standing because there's no seats, you know, and now here we are. It's your time. And see, that just reminded me of my mom, because my mom was very dear to me. Hear my siblings say I was her favorite. She actually used to always call me Hatty Baby. And it wasn't until after she was gone, I realized I hurt my mom's feelings, because I yelled at her and I said, I'm not a baby. Stop calling me that. But I think the only reason I did that is because my siblings made me feel some sort of a way. And I didn't know how to deal with all of that. But in time, I realized that I hurt her feelings when she was gone, and I couldn't say I was sorry. But I keep her in my heart, and I remember from that, and I tell my stories. My stories are going to help somebody else. Stories are just life. Whose ever story is better? You know, I lived an awesome life. I don't even think many of you know, I went shark fishing and actually caught more than one shark. And I was so excited. And Natalie kept saying, Mommy, are you scared? And I'm like, me? Nah, not me. The week before, no, I'm good. Well, she asked me a couple of days before I was to go, and she said, Mommy, you sure you're not scared? And I'm like, no, girl, I'm not scared. I'm terrified. Because it dawned on me, I was going home. I was going shark fishing, nighttime, in the dark. The only light is from the moon. And I'm like, oh my. But I was so excited. I did it. And I felt awesome. But then I allow myself to lose myself again. We need to just get a schedule. Well, at least I do. My policy is, if it's not on my calendar, it's probably not going to happen, because I'm going to forget about it. Unless I can't even put it there. It has to be on the calendar, because life gets in the way. Let's see, this here is some of my exercise from workout, from PT. But yesterday I got a good workout. I got up this morning, my ribs, my stomach muscles. But it's awesome. I don't know if any of you ever been on a Pilates machine. Oh my gosh. It's awesome. I sit on it and I feel like I'm in a little go-kart. And then it has the bend. I put my hand in and then I just pull. I work on my shoulder. And I have to do 30 of them. And then I crisscross and then I come up high again, and I'm sitting like a little go-kart, and it's so cool. And another one I have, I'm laying flat on my back, the bands are back of me, and I'm raising my legs up in the air, and I'm now pulling up and down, and it's pulling the bands. Whew, I had a good workout yesterday, so that's another reason why I'm not working with the weights today. But I'm doing weight movements, and in my mind can add weight to make my shoulder think that it's a weight. So I'm learning a lot about myself, and I'm just sharing it with you guys because it might help someone. And that's all I'm here, to speak to the ones that don't know what you didn't know. That you didn't know. Whoa, Stone Love. I remember this one. Yeah. See, that muscle memory kicks in. If you stay. Woo. Reaching. Just work out. Woo. So love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, there we go. I feel awesome. I just feel like moving. Just move. This here reminds me of when Tina was little and Rock the Boat was out, and she'll be like this. You know, those of you who know how to do Rock the Boat, down. It was somewhat similar to the bump too. But Rock the Boat, you swing. You're rocking that boat. Good for the hip too. And then you go around. I had a guy once in Bermuda when my Uncle Leon was playing at, who was it? It was Southampton Princess, and it was down the bottom in that place, I think. And his band, him and his band were playing. And he always made me feel so special. I had my own table right in front, any food or drink I wanted. And I had such a good time. My Uncle Leon used to spoil me so bad. I loved that man. Even though I was taken away from him when I was 12, when I was 21 and I went back, he would drive me around the island. And I remember this one time he stopped at a spot and I'm looking and I'm like, wait a minute, I've been here before. And I got out the car and I just started looking and I turned around and I said, I was here with you. You brought Sharon and me here. And he laughed and he's like, yes, baby. And you know where it was? Horseshoe Bay. He pulled his taxi in up at the top. And I looked out and that memory came right back to me. And that still happens to me to this day. Whenever I go home, you know, my ultimate goal is to connect with my roots. I know I'm like, what? Well, since 1875, I think it was when my first ancestor mother arrived in Bermuda. So I still feel a little lost, but in time I'll find out more. But how is everyone feeling? I was a chatterbox today, but I needed this. I needed some adult conversation and to let you know how I feel. That way, if somebody else out there right now is going through something similar, just get up. Put your music on. See, there's one thing that's always been good about me. I've always loved music. I guess it's probably from growing up as a child, you know, singing in a gospel group and very strict, you know, you had to sing it right, get that note right. Everything was like beaten into you. That when you get older, you just want to stray away from things, even though you love doing them. You know, your lifestyle. And then, you know, you just allow life to take you. Sometimes you don't even fight because you feel like you're happier where you're at. And then one day, you realize that list is the to-do list one day. And that one day is here. It's now. So I'm working on it. I'm working on me, and I'll share it with you. If any of you want to go on a trip somewhere, because I am going on a retreat. I believe it's the first week in May. And then I'm planning on coming home for 24th of May. But I have to find an Airbnb. So anybody in Bermuda that has a good price Airbnb for a single retired nanny or Miss Hatty, inbox me. Because I want to come home, but hey, I can't afford $1,800 to stay for a week. That's my home. That's my island. I mean, heck, you got to do something for us people that still love our home. I know a lot of you guys are moving away because, you know, it's probably become too expensive. But everywhere is. But home is still home, and we should be able to go home because that's where my heart is. So I love you guys. I am Miss Hatty. Any questions, just hit me up. And I'll be glad enough to answer them for you. I will be back here. I believe it's Monday at 11. I'm sorry I missed this week, but like I said, I actually triple booked myself. And I couldn't get out of what I had booked myself because it was medical. But see you then. Today is what? Thursday? Yep. If you have any questions, just ask me. Buy my daughter's book, No More Traumedies. See, here you go, right here. I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link in this video so you guys can order. I have not read it yet, and I think it's because I got a feeling I'm going to have to be able to deal with a lot of things, handle a lot of things that I like one day. And that one day has come. So that's why I need a retreat. So I want to do a retreat in Bermuda. So have a great day.